I think oftentimes we live our days, months, sometimes even years living in a numb state. Just living, just existing. No real push to go forward. How frequent is it that you drive the same route, not realizing you've reached your destination, without so much of an inkling of attention to the things around you? Do you find yourself mindlessly doom scrolling on social media, going deeper and deeper into an abyss, oblivious to anything around you? If you're religious and say a prayer, when was the last time you actually meant the words? Or were you just reciting a paragraph you've memorized? I mean, most times we're fine. There's no real problems or setbacks in our lives. Yet somehow it just doesn't feel enough. There's a sense of dullness and almost boredom. Even the things we usually enjoy doing seem forced, repetitive, or it just doesn't give you the same joy it did before. The intent is missing. The focus on being present and really fully immersifying yourself in this one activity you're involved in. That is missing.
You know, I read that washing dishes can be an excellent form of meditation. The key is that while washing the dishes, one should only be washing the dishes. It's about being present in the moment, focusing on the feeling of the warm water, the smell of the detergent, the sound of the dishes squeaking, and following your own breath. It's about simply being.
Life's gotten so fast-paced, it's almost impossible to do these things. Work emails still ping us on the weekends, we're all busy Snapchatting at a concert. We let our children use our phones because it's easier to distract them than be present. Do you remember the last time you had a meal with no gadgets around you? Just you and your food? For some reason, there are so many things, especially new information, that I absolutely struggle with retaining. What I ate for lunch or a show I binged on Netflix. There's just been so much of, well, everything, that I feel desensitized by the things I'm doing. Meals seem plain, hobbies start feeling like chores. Sunsets look ordinary. There's a monotony in things that are supposed to otherwise be fulfilling slices of life. I remember a time when things were so much more simpler, and I don't mean it in the sense that as adults we have so many more responsibilities, that's just part and parcel of life, but there was so much of less back then. There were lesser things to do, lesser constant stimulation of the brain. Our attention span has become so glaringly tiny that vertical short-form content, like reels, are the in thing now, because audiences can no longer engage with longer format content, such as this video. Funnily enough, I came across a YouTube short recently by Ali Abdaal, where he talks about the paradox of choice, a term coined by psychologist Barry Schwartz, who experimented with presenting people with less or more of a choice. When there were more options, people often had decision-making paralysis and were less inclined to make a purchase, as opposed to when there were lesser options. I literally went through this just last week when I was out for dinner with a friend. Neither of us were craving anything specific, and the mall we were in had a plethora of food options, and we were almost spoiled for choice. I think neither of us particularly enjoyed the food we eventually ended up eating. It's this overwhelming sensory overload that's made us so desensitized. Nothing feels special anymore. So what to do? Perhaps don't just go with the flow. Feel it. Choose to do something deliberately and consciously engage your mind to that activity without overstimulation. All while finding a right balance so that decision fatigue doesn't kick in. But that's a topic for another day. And I know I'm making it sound all easy, but I hope it gives you solace knowing that this is something I'm working on every day as well. Trying to do better. More intentional. More being present. It just sucks that this has become infuriatingly difficult in the modern age.
Here's my problem. My brain is melting right now because I have to juggle 100 apps just to communicate with 8 people.
You do have the option to not try any of the things you don't want.
Until I go to a restaurant and you go, hey, can I get a menu?
Yeah.
And they go, oh yeah, just scan the QR code. And I go, no, I went to this restaurant to avoid being on my phone. And then they're like, oh, you have to also pay through your phone. In order to do that, you have to create a username and password.
Oh, okay. So
do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just made this, I'll have the tuna melt, 6 steps harder.
I think that's enough for today. I'll leave you to your thoughts.